Hey guys, this is just a quick video. Look, we'll try and get it to about 10 minutes. It's to answer a lot of questions and misunderstandings and misconceptions. So just off to deliver some parts locally to one of our regulars, and so kill two birds with one stone. So the first thing I want to mention is, for those people that are concerned, okay, suction control valves, okay? SCV stands for suction control valve. Just quickly, what it does, it controls your fuel pressure. I'll explain it really simply, right? It's like your water supply. It's up there in the reservoir, the tank, wherever it is, right? And when you open your tap valve, that's what controls how much comes out, okay? The pressure or the tank behind it, not so much to do with it, right? So the pump's constant. The suction control valve is the item that absolutely controls, and it's an electronic device that's constantly changing, right? So we've said it before in other videos. In case you missed it, the short ones are rubbish. So if you've got one that's short, it's rubbish. You need one. That's as simple as I can say it. If you've already got the long one, there's probably nothing wrong with it. We don't see problems with those. So the short one, we see heaps of problems, no end of problems. It's a common problem. It is a problem. They're definitely a problem. It's a common problem. The short ones are cheap and nasty. They're cheap to replace, okay? The conversion kit, the longer one, blah, blah, blah. That's the one you need. So if you've already got the long one, and they changed in 09, around about 09. So there's going to be some earlier vehicles that have got the long one. If you've got the long one, you don't need it. Whether it's the different pump with the long one, there's a couple of different types of long ones, okay? So don't think they're all the same or anything like that. Careful where you go and buy these things. We can't get enough of them. I can no longer sell them separately. It's an addition to the injector kit. So if you're buying the injector kit, if you are buying the injector kit, then we can add one into the kit if we've got one in stock. But we can't be just doing SCVs because people want hundreds of SCVs. We're buying them from everywhere, and we just can't get enough of them. So at the moment, until things change, so feel free to shoot me a text. And that's the other thing I wanted to cover, this. People that are not sure about how to contact me still, so just quickly, the number is text only to, geez, put your indicator on at the last minute. Lucky I'm watching what's going on. Anyway, basically, yeah, you're coming around a roundabout and coming around. It looks like he's and the indicator coming on. Anyway, so yeah, that's right. Lucky we can preempt what people are doing before they do. Anyway, 0490 261 013, Monday mornings from 8 AM, text only. Get in the morning from 8 AM Melbourne time so that we can give you the information, take your order, take your payment, and get that kit packed that day and in the run on Monday. If you're really organised or in a hurry, that's what we do. If you're a bit more casual about it, that's cool. We can send it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but I don't go to the post office every day. Too busy for that. You're looking at about twice a week, unless we've got something urgent. So if you've got something urgent and you need them, please send me the text message anytime and we'll deal with it. And of course, if we have to do an emergency run, express post, then we'll put all the others in the post at the same time. So that was one of the main things. SCV, I've been getting questions about lately, people wanting to replace them. I don't want you to waste your money and replace things you don't need to. That's what this is about, all right? So if you've got the long one, don't worry about it. I'll just quickly say, that doesn't mean that you're never gonna have a problem with it, okay? We don't see problems with the long one. It's still a wear and tear item, constantly moving and all that. So there's the standard type and the compact type. One's a push, one's a pull. Now the compact type is the problem. We call it the short one. It's officially the compact type, okay? So I hope you get it. It's really clear. If you don't, as I keep saying, watch all the other videos, because if you're asking questions like this, just haven't watched the videos. The best thing I can offer you is, please go and watch the other videos. Probably the best videos are the most recent ones, so maybe it's a better idea to work from the freshest ones backwards. As I said before, it doesn't hurt to watch or listen to things 2 or 3 times, because you only retain 10% of what you read and hear and see, kind of thing, right? Now, the other important one at the moment is water pumps. A lot of people still confused about water pumps and who needs a water pump or not, when and why. So we'll quickly, look, I've already used 5 of my 10 minutes I promised I'd keep it to, so the other 5 we'll try and keep it under. We'll try and get another topic in here as well. We're definitely going to keep it down to 10. So water pumps, who needs a water pump? Well, in our recommendation. That's what we call the big front engine job, right? You know, we sell you the BFE kit. It's got the water pump, timing belt, idler, all the bearings, you know, the cam seal, whatever you need, every bearing that moves on the front of the engine and every belt for reliability for travellers or for anyone really. It's your engine after all. Every 150,000 k's when you do the timing belt is our recommendation. Now this is why on the majority of those vehicles, now it varies from car to car. Yep, it's usually the Hilux that's got the one-piece water pump, okay? Generally, I could say most, and that's why I say the majority of these is probably more Hiluxes than Prados. I see more Prados than Hiluxes because we specialise in Prados and under the bonnet of Hiluxes, okay? But there's more one-piece water pumps, okay? So we convert them over to a two-piece water pump. Now, this is why you do it at the same time, because to do the single one-piece water pump, right? To do the one-piece water pump, I got, just letting you know, I got the police right next to us in an unmarked Camry hybrid. That's pretty cool. So better make sure we, you know, don't be, you know, doing anything dodgy or whatever the case may be, as always. So we'll just get distracted for a moment. Anyway, water pump. So if you've got the Hilux and you just change the timing belt at 150,000 k's and then at 180k, your water pump leaks, it's all got to come off again, right? You've got to take off the whole timing belt, backing plate, the whole lot, the whole kit and caboodle, the alternator, the compressor bracket, right? The whole lot's got to come off to get to the water pump, which is why at least at 150,000 k's, if you've got a one single piece water pump, grab the BFE kit off us, change the whole lot, then you've got the two piece. Then, for example, if your water pump leaks before it gets to 300, which is unlikely because you've changed it at 150, right? You can just change the water pump, right? So you do your water pump, your coolant, much smaller job. You don't touch the timing belt. Once you've got the two-piece pump, they become a separate job, okay? If the water pump leaks, just do that. If the timing belt's due, you can just do that. If you never go off-road, never see any mud, dust, dirt, and you don't travel remote, yeah, you can just do that if you want. It saves money, but 150,000 k's is a damn long time, and I just think for the amount, I know that a bit of dust and sometimes water can get in behind those timing belt covers. They're not 100% seal, nowhere near it. They do a very good job, but they're nowhere near 100% seal, okay? Far from it. So for ultimate reliability, you know, it's a small cost. We're talking about, you know, ballpark about $700 for your, you know, water pump, timing belts, all the bearings, so all the idlers, cam seal. Look, these don't leak crank seals. The crank seal don't leak, don't touch it, right? But if you check your vehicle first and you know for sure that your crank seal is leaking, we can include that in the kit at no extra cost, okay? But don't just think you want one and say, oh, I saw that video. It's not, you know, we don't need to be throwing things in for free if it's not needed. But if it's needed, hey, guess what? I saw your video and, oh, look, my crank seal's leaking, because it's probably not your crank seal. It could be the O-rings at the vane pump. We've got other videos on those, and there'll be more videos, which is why, if you haven't already, please subscribe, turn the bell on. It's the most accurate information you'll find anywhere on the internet, particularly on these engines. So it's general information that's going to educate you to work on any vehicles, because these techniques and measures and procedures adapt to any vehicle, right? Any vehicle, right? So that's the deal, guys. Water pumps, I don't think we've got much time to go on to the next topic. So the only other thing I want to say is, so if you, with a water pump, so how do you pick if it's a two-piece or a one-piece? Watch my other videos. There's videos that show you, right, the separation, the join, okay? So if you look at your water pump, there's 6 bolts that retain it, okay? Now, in the one-piece pump, you'll see the molding. It kind of like, you won't see a join, it goes all the way back. On the two-piece, right behind the head of the bolts is only around about, I don't know, let's say 6 to 8 mil thick, right? The surface of the water pump front housing that gets bolted to the rear part of the housing, and you'll see a join there, and you'll see a little gasket sticking out if you look carefully. You'll see more of what I mean if you watch my other videos where I've demonstrated. See this single pump? I think we've even got a video. I'm pretty sure we got a video with water pumps on the bench, and we've gone, look, this is the one piece, this is the two piece, okay? Generally, if you've got a Hilux, you're going to have a one piece unless it's been changed. So if you go, water pump's been done, mate, at 230,000 k's, it's at 290 now, I want to get the BFE kit, but I don't need the water pump, okay, you could be robbing yourself, because when they change it to 230, they could have used a single piece water pump. So while you're in there doing the timing belt and everything, the big front engine job, that's what it is. 150,000 k's is a long time. Just get it done all at the same time. Do you get what I mean? Water pump might have been done, but with what brand? You know what I mean? Maybe start from scratch, okay? And if there's had some bad cooling in there, that's where you might want to change that back part of the housing anyway. We supply the whole lot. It's in a 2-piece pump. We upgrade you to all the best available parts and bearings out of the mix, regardless of whether it's from a Hilux, a Prado, whatever. We give you what we see as suits best to suit these engines. It's what we specialize in. Guys, that's enough chit chat. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, give us a thumbs up if you got something of that. Hopefully that explains a couple of things. Stay tuned. Catch ya.